Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tinashe and welcome to All Things Finance and Productivity. It is always such a pleasure to have you guys on board. So welcome back. If this is not your first time seeing me, if this is your first time seeing me, please make sure that you subscribe. It really does help my channel a lot. Also, feel free to talk to me in the comment section. I normally do respond. Let's build a community. So today what we're just going to talk about is just saving more in 2022. That's the year that we're in, but I really want this video to be something that you can even still reflect on years to come, right? So we just want to do better with reference to saving, and I know saving can be very, very tough. There's nobody that saying of life is for the living, and a lot of people say that they echo it so much, or that meme that's going on of if your money is not enough, just eat it. So this is us just speaking to saving a bit more in 2022 and how we can go about this, how we can do this. So I just have a few suggestions on some of the things that you can do so that at least you do better with reference to saving. The first tip is interrogate your savings. The plan that you had for last year, right? It might be a bit difficult unless if you're someone who constantly tracks their spending. It might be a bit difficult for you to ascertain how much exactly you've spent, how much you've really brought in. It's sort of like doing an accounting roll on yourself. Some people do that, but it might be difficult for just the average person to actually do that. But one way that you can actually just check to see how you've been doing with reference to that is just by looking at, okay, so the things that I bought, do I feel like they added value to my life? And say, for example, if it's clothes, have I been wearing those clothes a lot? If say you haven't, then you know that you might not have made the best move with reference to your purchases. If say for example you've been partying a lot, you start asking yourself, is this what I want to continue doing? How can I say reduce that so that I can, pivot that money to something else, if that is your intention. I'm just giving broad examples. But essentially it's really good to just look back to see what your spending habits were. And one of the things that I might give an example of is, women at times, we can be emotional spenders. When you're feeling bad, you want that pick me up, and you just go to a shop and you buy something, clothes or whatever, or you see just something and then you just buy it. So we can be very emotional when it comes to our spending, and that is something that is not really a good thing. So you need to just interrogate your spending habits. Are you an emotional spender? How have you been working towards that? Some people when they have had a really tough day, they like to go and drink, right? How frequent have you been doing that? Because at times the more frequent it is, the more it drains your savings, the more it drains what you can utilize, say, for the month. So you need to just candidly interrogate your spending habits from before, so that you are now aware going forward that, okay, so if I'm feeling this way, I better not go to a supermarket because I'm going to start buying the whole shop. As in, okay, so when I'm feeling this stressed, let me do this rather than say go out and have a drink. You can tell yourself that, okay, when I'm feeling stressed, maybe now I should start, I don't know, if I need company, I can call up a good friend, I can speak to my loved ones, my parents, etc. Just for them to pick me up. You normally have people in your life who have that role. So call up those people and just speak to them. They'll probably say a kind word, an encouraging word. At times they might not even know what you're going through, but just speaking to them and hearing their voice may actually help you just calm down. So you need to interrogate your spending habits from before. The other thing that you need to do is just up your budget game, like just up it, because you see you want to save more. So just do your budget and stick to it. I know at times it's really hard to stick to the budget, etc. But have so there's a difference between an emergency fund and a sinking fund, right? So an emergency fund is that fund whereby you use for emergencies. So an emergency can be I'll give a good example. An emergency can be you don't have health insurance, then you've just gotten sick, so you might need those funds to help you with reference to that. You've lost your job and you might need something to sail you through for like 6 months or so, 3 to 6 months, a year. It just depends on how much funds you've put away, but that's when you use that emergency fund. A sinking fund can be, say for example, you have a car, you put just money aside each and every month to cater for, say for example, if the wheel does something, the exhaust breaks. I don't know. I'm not well versed with cars, so I could be giving bad examples. But see, car-related things, it's not an emergency, but you know that whatever it is, when that thing comes up, you need to take care of it, and you need to take care of it immediately. So that's the sinking fund. So it's always good for you to have those two at hand. The next thing I advise for you to do is to just plan your big expenditures. Big expenditures can be, say, it can be a house. So putting down the deposit that you need for that house. It can be, say, a car. It can be, say, school. It can be, say, maybe, say, school fees. You know, big expenditures are different for different people. For some people, it's maybe buying a new sofa set in the house, etc. So different for different people. So you need to just plan for that expenditure. Plan for it way in advance, because it's not a pleasant thing if you just say suddenly, oh, I need a fridge. For me recently, the microwave just decided to die on us, and sadly at that particular, in fact I knew it was going to happen because of the condition that it was in, but I didn't plan ahead for it. Like I did not start planning, saving for it, etc, for that eventuality to happen. So sadly, when it did happen, I was at 0-0, like completely I was at 0-0, and it was not a very good experience. So already in your house, or wherever it is you are, you already know the things that probably need to be fixed. You already know the things that need to be replaced. You already know the things that you need to probably buy. So now for those big expenditure items, plan for them well in advance so that you can be putting aside money bit by bit for it. And then one way that you can save more is, for example, utilize promotions and sales and discounts. Don't feel too big for you to ask for a discount. Like for me, even if it's a small item, I'll ask for a discount. When I'm going to buy my hair things, I ask for a discount. And I know Best Lady, they give you a discount. In other shops, they probably won't, but for me, I still try. But Best Lady, they really try to give you a good discount. So try and get a discount. Work towards purchasing those things around a sale item. For me, I really like Black November. That's when I try and purchase my big ticket items. So I plan for that, and then also I utilize, if say your job gives you Christmas vouchers, make sure that you plan your expenditures with reference to around that. Hopefully they'll give you the voucher this particular year, but otherwise plan towards that, so that if it's a matter of using the voucher, use the vouchers, and if you need to top up, you just top up a little bit and not the huge expenditure that you probably would have had before. The other thing that I think is very, very important is for you to schedule your repayments. You might be, say, probably you have a debt obligations. It's always good to put to tell your bank for them to always pay that particular bill at a certain point in time. What this helps you is you will not be charged interest for late payment, etc, or be anxious when that payment is due. So it's always good for you to schedule the necessary payments as and when they need to be done. Other thing that you need to just take note of, some subscriptions that you have, the smaller subscriptions, it's always good for you to just schedule for those ones so that you're well aware when those things are needed, you are able to pay for them. And whatever it is that you say you don't need, do a phone audit, because at times you might have so many apps that are taking away money from you. So do your phone audit, see what you have on your phone, the things that you should be paying for and the things that you should not be paying for. For me, I remember I love magazines, so there was a magazine that I was subscribed to. What I realized was that I was not utilizing that subscription. So they'll take money each and every quarter. It was for quarterly payments. So they'll take money each and every quarter, and yet I was not enjoying those services. So if you're a person like me who did that and you're not enjoying, you're paying for something that you're not enjoying, make sure that you cancel that thing. You cancel that thing as soon as possible. Yeah. Other thing that you can do to just save more is if you have a gym membership that you're not using. Nowadays people are a bit iffy about COVID etc. Some people prefer to just do their gym workout session in the house. So why pay for that subscription if you're still going to do it in the house? It just makes a bit more sense for you to just continue doing it in the house. Stop paying that subscription so that you save more. So just make sure that you just interrogate your life a bit better. Other area that you can work on is just look at your eating habits. For here in Africa, you'd find that at times it might be cheaper for you to eat out than for you to eat in the house, cooking etc. I was speaking to one of my friends in the office, and for him, he used to do that. Like for him, he would go and eat out all the time to save on time etc. And I remember I was just like to him, no, that's expensive. Then it's like, no, it's not as expensive as buying. So we actually did an analysis. He told me how much he spends. We did a whole analysis of, okay, so per month this is what you're spending. And then I told him what I spend with regards to my groceries. And to be honest, it was generally around the same. Because now also where he was going to eat was just, a humble place whereby you can have a balanced meal at a reasonable price. So also, like what I was saying, just interrogate your eating habits, and if it makes sense for you to just cook in the house, cook in the house. Some people really like to buy coffee from a particular restaurant. Here in Kenya, I remember I used to love the hot chocolate for Art Cafe. I still do. But I'm now very keen when it comes to me going and spending money with reference to buying that hot chocolate, because before you know it, you have spent like a lot of money during that week. Then the other thing that would be very, very helpful is for you to have a goal approach with reference to your savings. At times if you just save generally, you're just saving, at times you might not know what the end goal is for this saving. So make sure that you stick a goal to it. Are you saving for retirement? Are you saving for a future business venture? So that is capital that you are saving for. Are you saving for buying a car? Are you saving for a rural show? Are you saving for a wedding, your kids, education, etc.? The moment there's a goal attached to it, it really helps you to save towards that thing, because you know what you're saving towards. I remember for me to buy this camera, I did that. I used a goal approach when it came to saving. So I just knew, okay, so I needed a couple of months, 1, 2, 3, 4. And by that time, and then I had worked backwards to say, okay, so this is the price of the camera. This is what I need to spend. I know I'll need this, that, this. Of which, for a camera you need a memory card, you need a bag just to keep it safe, etc. So I'd already done my research to what I needed, and then now that's what I just worked towards. So saving for me, I knew, okay, so I'm putting this much amount each and every month with the goal of buying a camera. So when we reached the point in time that I had said I'm going to buy this camera, the money was there. It was enough. Just as well, inflation had not hit it, because you can just imagine if you're saving for a goal and then inflation hits. So at least make sure that when you're saving, you also cater for inflation. So just save a bit, slightly more than what you need, just slightly more. I'm sure that would really, really be helpful. And the other thing which I feel like I should just work towards, I really should work towards that as well. So this channel, let me just be honest, this channel is also a channel that challenges me as well, because some of the things that I'm speaking to are things that I literally want to do. I'm learning just like you. So this channel is actually holding me accountable to some of the things that I need to do. This is one of them. Read more, do your research, do a lot of research with reference to whatever it is that you want to achieve. So it can be with reference to, if you say you want to buy a home, know as much as there is to buy a home in the market. Go and find out from CDN Bank, what are they giving you as their rate, right? KCB, what are they giving you? Barclays, how much is it? What does that look like? What interest payments are you going to be expecting from me? You know, all those things. What are the payments? All that plan. Do your research well in advance so that it helps you. It really, really helps you. Research does not mean just reading a book. It can also be going out there and speaking to people, going out there and speaking to institutions, which is actually the right approach. So this is also a challenge for me. Read more, research more so that you can do better. You cannot do what you were doing last year because, I mean, let's be honest, that's outdated, right? That is outdated. So let's just adjust the way we've been doing things so that we do things even better. Yeah. So guys, this is just the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate your time. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Share. I would appreciate that. Thank you so much. Make sure that you take care of yourself and you take care of your loved ones. Have a lovely day. Thank you. Bye.